Morning, everybody. Play a little golf with me. Let's get into it. Do a little course management, some strategy, and also probably get a little bit into the physical and mental benefits I get from playing golf. So let's get into it.
Number one here, home course, toasty, 47 degrees this morning, little sunrise. Tee shot here, just gonna go par 4, a little short par 4, 295, dog leg to the left. Just gonna go 5 wood, one of my favorite clubs off the tee here, 5 wood. Should leave me with a nice wedge in the green. The old trusty 5 wood. Should leave me with a nice, got about 45 yards, perfect position right at the end of the fairway, or just through the end of the fairway. Little 45-yard pitch shot with my 60 degree to see if we can get it. So I'll take that. One of the biggest physical benefits that I got is probably 90% of the time I'm out here walking the golf course. So heck, I usually get anywhere from 18 to 20, over 20,000, especially if I play 18. I'm getting like probably close to 30,000 steps in a day. 20 of it being out here on the golf course, so it's very beneficial there for my activity. In the summertime and fall, definitely put the miles on out here. And for all the people, I'm not like I'm out pounding beers. There's nothing wrong with that. Pounding beers with your buddies. But getting out here and walking the golf course, especially the terrain here in the Northeast, a lot of up the mountain, down the mountain. So a lot of great workouts. Sometimes like going on a hike out here. So it's one of the biggest physical benefits I get. So here we go. We got a nice long birdie putt. See if we can make it, or a little 2-putt right here. That's not bad. Good lead. Good lead. Stuck out the par. And strategy-wise, when I play with with people, I get myself overswing, especially with my driver, get myself into trouble. Here's a perfect example. Got a nice short par 4. Just stick with my strategy. Go 6-iron. Shouldn't leave me like a pitching wedge in the green, which is one of my better clubs. So that's what we do. Stick to, because when I that's the problem I'm struggling with now is when I play with groups, I overswing, hit myself into trouble, get out of my strategy. So I need to stick with my strategy here. 6-iron, wedge into the green. Let's do it. Shot a little left, more than I wanted, but safe spot over here with my 6-iron, little flat spot on the rough. Just gonna go 50 degree. I got about 120 in. Just gonna go 50 degree right over this bush here and see if we can stick on the green. Probably the best contact I've had with my 50 degree all year. Let's go. Oh, great shot there at my 50 degree. Just short, which is kind of where I want to be. Either on the green or just short of the green. I use the old trusty putter. But some of the, I talk about the mental benefits that I got here. It's probably one of the biggest benefits I get out here. As you can tell, I'm out here on the golf course literally all by myself. Shout out to the owners of the golf club. Let me come out here early in the mornings like this. It's kind of one of the only times I can get out on the golf course, so that helps. I'm more of a morning person, so watching the sunrise come up, just being out here, listening to the, just being outside, listening to all the sounds out here on the golf course, which are nice. Good way to start the day, reset yourself. Just being, having a place where I can think. some of the best ideas I get out here on the golf course. Whether, you know, dealing with something personal life or dealing with something at work. You know, I come out here and you can just kind of get out and reset and just think about things. Sometimes it's a place where I don't think about things. You know, I get here just to strictly think about golf. It kind of helps me reset myself and, you know, just keep moving. You know, and just, it's a huge benefit for me. It's one of the biggest perks I get, you know, obviously trying to get better at the game and things like that, which I love to do. But just being out here with friends, or just being out here by myself, it's literally one of the biggest benefits that I get out of this game, and hopefully other people out there can. All right, here, great start out of the front nine. Par on here to start out the front nine is fantastic, especially this season. Front nine here is where I've seen me having some trouble, so definitely trying to clean that up. Got a nice par 3. Last year I was hitting 7-iron most of the time, and you know, when I first started I was hitting 6-iron. So this year I'm actually hitting 8-iron, so there's the progress of getting better. You know, just tightening up my swing. So we got about 165, 8-iron. Let's see if we can. Okay, great shot with my 8-iron. Short right. It's kind of a miss here where I want to be. Anything long, that was the problem with my 7-iron. Anything long, it's kind of in the woods, you know, kind of dead. So leave myself a nice chip. Opportunity to go up and down for par. Not bad. Here we go. Par 4, nice tight par 4. About 380. Here's where I got to stick with my strategy. I was playing with my buddy the other day, last week. Wanted to go driver, obviously go out of bounds. That's where the scores kind of start to go up. So stick with my strategy. Go with my 5 wood. Should move with leading with like a worse than 8-iron into the green, which is a club I hit well. So just go 5 wood. Let's see if we can get it. Just like that. Don't make it any harder than what it needs to be. I mean, heck, that's about all the evidence I need. Right dead center of the fairway, with about 150 in the green. So just gonna go 9-iron. Pin's kind of middle of the green, so it should be able to go right at it with a 9-iron. See if we can stick close. I'll move to the right side. It's either on the edge of the green or right off the edge. Slightly left to right uphill. So a little pace on. Boom! That's huge. Big par. Look at the putter, putting in work. Good par. Good par. Huge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, big par putt there. Sorry I missed a couple shots. Playing the elements. The old tripod got a little wet, so I had to dry it off. Couldn't hold the phone, but here we go. Ended on hole number 6. Nice little par 3. About 170, so just gonna go 8-iron. And see if we can stay close. Anybody still here watching? Appreciate you. You know, hit that like button. Yeah, let's see if we can get the pins kind of all the way in the back. See if we can go 8-iron, stick close. to the back. Man, I might have to go 9-iron at some point. Being good on distance, but man, if it was drier, I don't think it would have stopped as quick as it did. So heck, when the tee boxes are up a little bit on this one, I may have to end up going 9-iron. That's kind of crazy because when I first started, I used to hit 6-iron on this hole. So, hey, shout out to getting better. So, here we go. Got a nice, let's see if we can end on a nice bird. A little wet, so I'm going to give it a little bit. Putter is definitely waking up out of hibernation. Took it a few rounds, but ends on a par. So even through 6. Appreciate you. See you next time.